warm welcome to all our audience in this podcast episode, which we are coming with. Actually, we are starting off with the series, and in this series, we are going to explain about each and every aspect of digital marketing services which Mindwave Media provides. And to start off with, I have with me my colleague Joanna, who takes care of the entire social media posting and everything. She is the one responsible for creating the content, from making the content calendar and then pushing it out on all social media platforms. So Joanna, hi.
Hi, Aryan.
So I'm hoping to have an insightful session with you. So Joanna, my first question to you, it's just not a question, it is technically because we are in this era of digital marketing, and today, even we have our clients, so when they come up to us, they have this doubt in mind, like how will social media marketing improve their business on a digital platform. So if you can give me an insight, or if you can just give me a brief about, how social media takes the business to the next level, it will be really insightful for our audience.
Yeah. That's a good question, Aryan. And in today's day, having an online presence is really very important. So, and that is, it starts from organic social media presence. Okay. And social media, it's more about building authentic relation for businesses with their audiences, and for the audiences with the brand or the business as well.
Mhm.
So that way, the businesses can earn the trust of their audiences, and even convert them from from barely being an audience, a user on social media, to becoming a loyal customer.
Okay, so now when we are talking about organic, I just want to clarify to our audience that since not only us, if you go for digital marketing, there are four essential pillars which we have. That is website development, then there is SEO, search engine optimization, then we have organic social media, then we have performance marketing. So when we are talking about organic social media, it's just a medium where we are not putting any amount, and organically we are trying to build our audience. We are trying to get brands. We are trying to get our brands that presence which they need on the digital platform. So Joanna, now when you are handling the social media for the entire Britti group of companies, like you are handling for Mindwave, you are handling for Simplify, and each platform has got its own challenges. So how do you deal with that? Identifying the right target audience for the right platform and putting out content in that favor. So what is the challenge that you are facing, and what you should be, what is your action plan, and how do you move ahead with this?
Okay. So when it comes down to for any businesses, be it in B2B or in B2C, choosing the right platform is the number one.
Mhm.
Okay, because not all audiences are present in all the social media platform.
So when we are targeting on LinkedIn, we are trying to target corporates, right? Using relevant hashtags, putting out the content in that particular time, and there is algorithms also plays a very vital role in this. So now being a social media manager, when you're handling this, so how do you do the posting? Can you list out some tools that you are using for handling all this to make it more easy? That the tools which are helping you currently.
Okay, so in terms of tools, the platform itself has its own inbuilt scheduling tool.
Mhm.
So that is like for Facebook and Instagram, we have Meta, and then for LinkedIn itself, we have a scheduler in it. So
Okay.
that makes the scheduling post well in advance a lot more easier.
Okay. Now, Joanna, when we are talking about, since we are conducting this podcast, and if we don't talk about AI, then obviously we'll be left with no-brainers in this. So currently, because I have seen, you have seen me exploring AI, I have been putting in the deals and everything to go viral. So what is your take on AI, and how do you see AI emerging in the trend of social media, and how it is going to take social media marketing to the next level?
Okay, so AI is in the news everywhere, and AI is not going to go anywhere for sure. But when it comes down to social media organic, or even social media marketing, or even digital marketing for that matter, it is very important to use it as a research tool. And number two would be to use it as your first level of content creation. So even when I work on content creation, it's like I put in the prompts, I get the content, but then that's not it. I even brush up the content from my end, put in as per the copywriting formulas. So that is how the process goes.
Okay. So this will be my last question to you, and this I need you to explain it, or if you can describe it, so that the majority of the people, even for the startups or B2B, B2C, whatever you tell that in the business segment. So the challenges as a social media which you face currently. So how do you develop the strategies, and how do you make sure that if the strategy is going to work or if it is going to fail? So what is that niche you need to understand before you making any strategy and moving ahead with that?
So when it comes down to creating a full-fledged strategy, it starts from number one, a social media platform, choosing the right platform. Okay, number two is creating a blueprint, a strategy in the sense like what you are going to do next. What is your goal? Is your goal to do brand awareness? Is it your goal to create an engagement? So having a content planned out based on this particular goal in mind, it's very important. And strategy is more like a blueprint and your North Star, because without it, you will be lost. Next would be content creation. The content should be very clear, it should be concise, and it should even be relevant to the target audience. Okay. The next one will be graphics. Many businesses ignore graphics, but without the right, without the eye-catching graphics, your content will fall flat. Your strategy will also fall flat.
Now there is one more key point which is there in social media, because the trend from the past 2 or 3 years has changed. People have moved into videos, and somewhere there is a debate every day online that static image is dead. You need to follow the reels, you need to follow YouTube shorts, you need to be in a video format. So what is your take on it? Do you see a mix of posts doing the wonders for the company, or do you still feel that video is 60% and static is 40%, or it depends on the strategy? What is your take on this?
Okay, so let me just take you back a little bit. So initially, when social media started off, it was just a single standalone static images. Then it moved on to carousel. Then it moved on to videos. So these things keep evolving. The platforms keep evolving. The algorithms keep evolving. However, in my perspective, and what I believe in is, let's say a social media platform, they only push a specific content or a type or a format, basically, where let's say video or a carousel. It can only go to a certain distance, but after that the burnout begins. So that is when the audiences want to see a mix of everything. So which is why I believe that having a mixed content of static, carousels and video, it keeps things fresh, it keeps things engaging, and people want to see something different all the time. So that's my take on it.
And my last question to you will be the trend is there of getting viral on every platform. We have influencers, we have brands reaching out to influencers. Even when we try to do some of the campaigns which needs to go viral. So what is your take on things going viral? How do we see if a thing is going to go viral? I just want to understand from your point of view, do we need to do any separate kind of preparation for the things to go viral? Or maybe if audience start engaging with that content, if we have put the content before night and overnight the video is supposed to go viral. So is there any particular strategy for that, or it happens on the engagement, or if the audience is relating to your content, things like that?
Virality or creating viral content, it's not like you create a viral content. Content gets viral on its own. So, and how it gets viral on its own is when you create content which is relatable to the audience. So if your content is not relating, it's not talking to them, their pain points or their aspirations, then nobody is going to even watch it. So once it is once you talk to them in their language, and that's how they would even share it with their family or friends, and that's how it has that multiplying effect. So virality, that's the formula of virality, basically.
Okay. So I guess, Joanna, this is it. This was a quick podcast with you, and we have tried to cover organic social media in a bit. And in the coming weeks, I'll try to come up with more such content, since we are on this series we have launched for digital marketing. So next week, I might have with me the website developer or an SEO. So I'll just want my subscribers or the viewers who are viewing this podcast right now to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And for now, this is Aryan signing off. Hope to see you soon next week. Thanks, Joanna, once again.
Thank you so much.